What do you think happens when you put up a cycling camp in Iten, Kenya? A place known for producing some of the biggest names in long distance running in the world. So I went to Iten with an open mind, a blank page. And 1 week later, I'm starting to think this might actually be the next home of the greatest cycling champions in East Africa. So Iten sits at around 2,500 meters above sea level. And at this point, the air is thin and potent. This gives the runners a physiological boost. At this elevation, your body starts making more red blood cells. That helps your endurance skyrocket, especially when you race and cycle in lower altitudes. For context, Mount Kenya, which is like the second highest mountain in Africa, sits at around 5,199 meters above sea level. This is just to paint a picture of how high Iten really is. It's actually like the entrance, the same level as the entrance of Mount Kenya for those who've gone hiking. Team Amani, a powerhouse project that's taking East Africa's cycling to the next level. They've brought next level competition to the region, gathering some of the best riders in East Africa. Kenyans, Ethiopians, Ugandans, Rwandese, some Congolese. The most recent achievement was launching a women's continental team with the aim of getting to Tour de France in 2028. The first thing that hit me when I got there, aside from the big branding sign written Amani, is a fully stocked bike workshop. Every bike is assembled, tuned, repaired, under one roof by some of the best mechanics we've ever met. A few steps forward, I saw what might be the only pump track in Kenya. And I'll be honest, I didn't even know what a pump track was up until I got there. And I know many of you might not know. But I'll have a different video to explain more detail about the pump track. So on weekends and holidays, the children within the community come to the camp. They're given bicycles, they train on the pump track, they're trained on skills, they're taken off-road, they're taken to the roads and trained. And then on weekends, there's something called the chapati ride. If you're in Kenya, you know what a chapati is. And whoever becomes the winner goes home with a bag of flour and some cooking oil. Which, if you ask me, in Mashinani, that's a win. So the core team and the Black Mamba development squad actually live in Iten and in the camp. They all train, get to know each other, and they grow together within the same premises. So training days vary depending on different things. They have different coaches who focus on the different groups, and sometimes the ladies could be training on something different from the men, and sometimes they do train together, just depending on what the day looks like. It could go from easy 1 hour ride to around 4 to 6 hour intense training ride. So they have a chef who lives with them in the camp. Nutrition here is not just about fueling, it's strategy. I swear at some point I was so stressed about the portions of food that we were being offered. But when you're cycling at 6 hours at that altitude, food is no longer optional. You have to be eating and eating things. But then one of the best things that I loved about this kitchen is something they call the Amani bars. So think about energy bars but made in Africa. Cool. So these energy bars, they're made from sweet potatoes, cassava powder, and all these natural ingredients that are easily available. They also use a lot of nuts, sunflower seeds, and everything that is needed for energy. And they whip this in their kitchen and put it together, and all the riders actually use them when they go for their rides. So every morning, they're set on the table, they pick them as they pick the fuel, the sandwiches, the bananas, and I thought that was pretty cool. Hopefully they'll start bringing their Amani bars to us when we go on races or when we attend the events, right? So I think something that really impressed me about being with the team and seeing everything on the ground, beyond the nice bicycles, the high altitude, there's a lot of teamwork on this and there's a lot of teamwork and professionalism across sport. From nutrition to coaching to media to bike fitting, they have thought of everything. I think, in my opinion, no stone was left unturned. They went all in ensuring that this team is a professional and can compete favorably on global stages. Of course, in East Africa, this is a growing sport. And probably this is one of the few times that we've seen cyclists get well invested in to show up on global stages. But I do think there is hope in East Africa for our future athletes. Gonna take with me mostly from there is the friendships I made, the relationships I built. I was able to put faces to the names that I had done commentary on when I was doing the African Cycling Championships. The names I keep hearing about on these elite people and how good they are, I was able to now finally put faces to those names. The banter we were having all evening, the stories we kept exchanging and just learning about each other's different culture and teaching each other different languages and all that. I think for me, it was something I'm going to carry very close with me, and hopefully I'll be able to interact with these athletes more and more and more. This is where champions are made. They're not just trained. But over the next few days, I'll be diving deeper into what's like living and training here with the team. For long rides to pump tracks and everything in between. So, if you want to see what it really takes to train, we are both running and cycling what's called Iten. Make sure you stick around.
I'm sorry, but what is